When I was a kid, I was sick all the time. At least 4 times a year, I'd have some sort of cold. Runny nose, congestion, sinus infection, hacking cough, lung infections, and I didn't know what was going on. It seemed like every time something, a little stress or the weather would change and my body would go haywire. My parents weren't getting sick, my brothers weren't getting sick, but I was. Even as a little boy, I would get bladder infections, which is not very common. So that right there tells me now that my immune system was not functioning properly. But it didn't end there. I remember sitting in the 8th grade in my social studies class, looking down at my book, and all of a sudden I couldn't see the words. It was like you looked at the sun and you had that sunspot and it was blocking the words. I couldn't see it. About 10 minutes after that, hand started going numb. My arm started going numb all the way down the right side of my body. Again, I didn't know what that was. That was scary enough, but a few minutes after that, the teacher asked me a question and I couldn't speak. The words wouldn't come out. I was just confused and foggy. So this is when it happened. After those first symptoms, after the blind spots, the numbness, tingling, the disillusionment and confusion, that's when I got it. That's when I got the worst headache of my life. I didn't know it was called a migraine at the time, but that's what it was. I didn't do anything about it. Just called my mom, said, "Can you come and pick me up?" And took me home. Just laid down, slept for the rest of the night, the rest of the day. And I'm assuming, I think I took Tylenol, ibuprofen, because that's what I did in the past. After a day or two, it was subsiding each day, but it was still, there were remnants of it. Well, what do you think happened the next week? It happened again. Started getting those same symptoms, the numbness, tingling, the spots. And I knew this headache was coming. I knew it was gonna come. I knew it was gonna put me down. So what I did, I went to the school office, asked the secretary, "Do you have any Tylenol? Because I know I'm about to get a headache." And what she said actually changed the course of my life. She said, "I can't give you that. But what it sounds like is it sounds like you have something wrong with your neck, maybe a pinched nerve. You should go see my chiropractor." Again, I'm 13 years old in the 8th grade, not like I could do anything about it. But what she did is she told my mom that when my mom came to pick me up. So ever since the 8th grade, I've been seeing a chiropractor. I've been going to get adjusted. And that's what we did that first time. I was getting adjusted. My body was getting stronger. My performance was getting better. Athletically, physically, even my immune system was getting better. My headaches, those migraines, they went away. But here's the dirty little secret that I was ashamed to tell people. In 2007, they started coming back. The headaches, the migraines, the colds, the stress, the fatigue. So new symptoms started to come into my life. And here I was, a chiropractor at the time, a strength and conditioning specialist. I've been doing exercises, been getting adjusted, have been, active. But here they were coming back, and I was ashamed. I felt guilty because I remember one migraine that I had, I couldn't do anything. And when my wife had to tell my girls, "Dad can't help today because he's not feeling well," that was a huge blow. So around that time, I also started learning about what's called corrective spinal rehab, corrective chiropractic. Because up until then, I've been getting adjusted, been doing some stretches and general exercises for my spine, for my body, for my core, but these were coming back. So as I learned this system, this protocol of specific spinal exercises, adjusting my lifestyle, getting adjusted as well, and then specific spinal corrective traction. So if you put those letters together, that's EAT, exercise, adjust, and traction. That was able to strengthen my spine to its optimal state, optimal positioning. What many people don't know how to do, don't know that it's even out there, that they can correct the structure of their spine. And that's what this is all about here, is unlocking your spinal strength so you can have an active life. so you can do what you want to do. So that's what we're going to do here. If you like that, that sounds great, definitely check back for more, because I'm going to be giving you so many strategies and solutions that you're not getting anywhere else.